Oh, hey, didn't see you there. You're probably wondering why I'm up here on the video screen. But basically, I'm going to be talking to you today about EDM production. I'm going to teach you how to make your own drum and bass song in this video. And we're going to interview a couple of big stars. So, let's get started. Now, you probably think it looks something like that. This is where you're wrong, because normally, we're in a place that looks something like this. This is where all the magic happens. But if you're not a multi-million-dollar music-making genius, you probably can't afford that studio, so your parents' basement will do. Like me. Let's get you guys started on the drum and bass track. Let's get started. The first thing you're gonna want to do is take your beats per minute and put those up to 170. Mine's at 174 because I personally prefer a faster drum and bass song, but that's just me. The next thing we're gonna want to do is focus on kicks. You need your low kick right there, then your high kick. When you put these together, you're gonna have a good low frequency and a nice punchy sound where it's like Next thing you're gonna need is your snares. Low snare, high snare, just like the kick concept. So yeah, so when you play that together, it's going to sound like this. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a loop, we're going to cut the lows so you can't hear that kick, and then we're going to put it under the kick and snare pattern, and that is going to sound like this. Time to add some cymbals. Once you're done with that, you should have something that sounds like this. Oh, it's so sexy. Alright, back on track. Now we gotta come up with a melody, keep it short, simple, and let's go to my happy place on my piano. Okay, now we got our melodies, and now we want our basses and all the cool little noises we're gonna make for the drop. And when you're done with that, all you gotta do is piece together your song, and boom, you're gonna be huge. Let's go interview people. One of the first people I interviewed was Tristan. Alright, so Tristan, what got you into music production?
Production to me was just an alternative to playing an instrument. Although I do play quite a few instruments, the creation process that production offered was more appealing to me than sitting with a guitar for hours. Although I still do that, I was always a big fan of creation softwares, such as 3ds Max, Maya, Google SketchUp. When I found out there were some for music, I was thrilled.
Alright, that's awesome. What program do you use and what's your favorite plugin?
I use FL Studio 10. I started with FL Studio 8 a few years ago. I tried a bunch of different software, but FL Studio always did it for me. My favorite plugin probably is Contact 5. It's got all of the instruments I need.
Alright, last question. Why did you choose dubstep as your musical genre of choice, and how did you get hooked up with Monster Cat Media?
I chose dubstep at first because it was really fun to make. I didn't lock myself to it though. I produced other genres. I noticed it was a trend, so I concentrated on it. I got hooked up with Monster Cat when Afixa messaged me on YouTube. He liked my music and wanted me on board since he is one of the owners.
I got into music production because I like pressing buttons, and those buttons made sound, so yeah. I like to use FL Studio and Ableton Live 8, and my favorite plugins are Razor. And I chose drum and bass because it's drums and bass, and really fast, really fast. It makes you drive fast, like incredibly fast. Yeah.